Hello and welcome to Holy Fit's week focus for the fourth week of April. This week's focus is to look into the value of your health. Now, to make this make a little more sense and maybe to be a little eye-opening for you, we've listed some stats that might be a bit telling on how average Americans spend their money. So the first stat here we have to look at is the average cost of a salon visit. That's a haircut, nails, and wax. Okay, so this average cost is $1,800 per year. Below that, we have the average cost of fast food per year being at $1,200 per person. The average cost of clothing per person is $1,100 per year. And an interesting bit of statistic here for you is in 1930, the average person had only 9 outfits to their name. And now, 2016, the average person has just over 30 outfits per person to their name. So, and an interesting stat below that is we actually throw away 65 pounds of clothing per year per person. Think about that waste there, guys. Okay, so coming back to the top here, guys, 3.1% of the world's children reside in America. Interestingly enough, as low as that number is, 40% of the toys that are in the world go to that 3.1%. An average 10-year-old has accumulated by that 10th year over 227 toys and only uses 12 out of 227. Shopping malls outnumber high schools in America. 93% of teen girls list shopping as their favorite pastime. And mothers in America spend 399 hours and 46 minutes on shopping. Now, let's get to the health care costs in America, because that's really what we're talking about here, right? So, considering all these things, the average doctor visit, this is with copay, so this is with insurance, is $768 per year per person. The average spent on medication for children is $309 per year, and the average cost for the age group 55 to 64 on medication is $1,711 per year. The average cost then being from children or adolescent age to 64 years old is $1,010 per year spent on medication. Now we say all of these things, we list all of these things because our main focus with Holy Fit is to empower you with knowledge first. And so once you're empowered by knowledge, you're empowered enough to make the appropriate decision. That's up to you. You have to do that on your own. But if you know these things and you know where we're wasting money and where we could appropriate funds a little better and invest and value our health, that actually brings value to every single thing that we have listed here. And what it does is it reduces waste, right? Throwing away 65 pounds of clothes, most of that comes from individuals who either do not fit well in those clothes anymore or do not feel like they look, so it's an emotional thing, feel like they look nice in those clothes anymore. So it's an interesting thing, right? If we focus on the right things and delegate our money appropriately and actually have our priorities in order, valuing first our health and our wellness, then all of these things we're able to save on and put into maybe a hobby. Maybe that passion that you've been seeking to find a way to fuel, but you don't feel like you have the funds to do so, or even the time. That's the big thing, right, guys? We always say, what's the biggest thing we value is our time. We don't feel like we have time. Well, when you get in a routine and you get into a schedule, you then find that you have time to do the things that you're passionate about and to have leisure and to have relaxation and reduce stress and reduced waste. Ton of waste in America, guys. Value the right things. Value your health.